Porn is the only drug in the world where you are considered weird if you don't partake in it. Think about all the men out there. Think about all the people out there who watch pornography on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, whatever it is. Think about how many people out there watch pornography who tell themselves, oh, this is totally normal. You know, this is something that I do every single day. Everyone does it. Whatever excuse that they come up with in their head to justify why it's okay to actually do it. And by you watching this right now, by you attempting to quit pornography and masturbation, maybe some of you out there who are watching this right now are already freed from pornography and masturbation. You're the one that's considered weird for not going into lust. You're the one that's considered weird for not masturbating. You're the one that's considered weird for not going to porn, for not having sex outside of marriage. Think about how backwards and perverted this world is. In today's video, guys, I want to give you guys some motivation. For those of you that are going out there and quitting porn, that are not trying to, go into this agenda, this weird demonic agenda that the enemy is trying to push to people out there to normalize pornography. I want to give you guys some motivation today on some famous people who have quit pornography and masturbation and how you could use their advice to not only help you within your journey, but also use it as encouragement to know that you are doing the right thing by not going to pornography and masturbation. So let's get into it.
Layers to trafficking. Like for me, Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5. And it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life from age 5.
My experience with, I say pornography generally, but with pornography that deals on a violent level with the sexuality, is that once you become addicted to it, and I look at this as a kind of addiction, like other kinds of addiction, I would keep looking for more potent, more explicit, more graphic kinds of material. Like an addiction, you keep craving something which is harder, something which gives you a greater sense of excitement, until you reach the point where the pornography only goes so far. You reach that jumping off point where you begin to wonder if maybe actually doing it will give you that which is beyond just reading about it or looking at it.
What pornography did to me was it changed how I thought and felt about women. I began to look at them even more so as a sexual object.
And because in porn there's no consent, like getting thrown around during sex, if you're not interested in being slapped and being choked, people are like, you're vanilla, you're soft, you're boring in bed. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about women. Women are like, oh, I have to like being hurt.
I try to stay off of pornography, man. That's one of my biggest arch nemesis is pornography.
Why?
Because it just weakens me. Yeah.
How so?
I put all my sexual, my fantasies and stuff, they're not mine anymore. They live, somebody created them better than my imagination can. And so they live in these, on the internet in these boxes. And it's like, and if it's not mine, I think, then I don't value it as much or something. And so I think it like weakens my ability to like be able to have sex and like be comfortable in that sort of world. And
really?
Oh yeah.
Weakens your ability to be comfortable. Like how so?
Well, because I get used to watching the sex and seeing it and not having to like be engaged with my actual feelings or anything. So then I see it and I still get all the joy.
And I think that's what drugs and porn did that to me. It took me away from being present. You always want to be present in your loved one's life. Me and my girlfriend only been together for a couple of months, and it almost killed our love. And we have a really strong connection. But it just takes out the intimacy. I'm laughing to myself because I'm just thinking to myself, like, it makes you a selfish lover. You know what I'm saying? You probably that you would never say if you didn't watch porn.
I think porn is a disgrace, and I used to watch a lot of porn, to be honest. I started watching porn when I was like 11. I thought that's how you learned how to have sex. I was watching abusive porn, to be honest, when I was like 14. And I, thought I was one of the guys and would talk about it and think it was really cool for not having a problem with it and not seeing why it was bad. And I think it really destroyed my brain. And I feel incredibly devastated that I was exposed to so much porn. I think that I had like sleep paralysis and these like almost like night terror / just nightmares because of it. I think that's how they started, because I would just watch abusive BDSM. I couldn't watch anything else, like unless it was violent. I like didn't think it was attractive, and I was a virgin. I had never done anything. And
Thinks about this. But I've lived in prison for a long time now, and I've met a lot of men who were motivated to commit violence just like me. And without exception, every one of them was deeply involved in pornography without question, without exception, deeply influenced and consumed by an addiction to pornography. There's no question about it.
Porn isn't the issue. The issue is that you're not living your life the way you want to. And so you need a vision of life that's more compelling than the porn. And you need a counter vision too that frightens you, because otherwise porn is obviously extraordinarily gratifying in the short term, but you seem to be suffering from the medium to long-term consequences of its use. And so you need a story that you can tell yourself that's really deeply thought through about why this is not appropriate for you, how it's hurting you, and how it's minimizing you and perhaps making you embarrassed and ashamed and more socially isolated and all of that. So I would say, think about it as cleaning up your psyche and your behavior rather than merely stopping.
All right, I'm shooting this a couple days later, but I hope that this video inspired you, encouraged you to stay porn free, guys. Porn ruins lives. I know this from personal experience. I've helped thousands of men quit porn and masturbation, and I've only seen it negatively affect people's lives. I've never seen it positively affect anybody's life, neither the consumer, nor the actors, nor anyone involved in the porn industry. If you're watching this right now, if you're addicted to porn and masturbation, I believe this is a sign for you to quit porn and masturbation. And if you need more help doing so in the process, I'm going to leave a link down below. I went ahead and created a video for you guys to watch on exactly how I've helped hundreds of men quit pornography and masturbation in the year of 2023. So if you're interested in watching that video, again, I'm going to leave it down in the description for you guys to click and watch it. But aside from that, leave a like, subscribe down below if you guys enjoyed this type of content, and I'll see you guys on another video.